Yo,
Scream out. Okay, it's just me.
what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for your time. Amazing job on this show. It is fantastic. Look, first question I have for you is the original series. What makes it so popular and stand up to this day where everybody holds it in such reverence? And that's for all of you.
Well, was that me? Okay, I think what makes the original Fresh Prince so popular is it speaks to the Black experience in a way that few other shows at the time did. And it explored these really, really real and relevant themes through comedy. But obviously with that, there's the format of the 30-minute sitcom that there are limitations on that. And so I think what's so beautiful about what we do with our version of the show is we explore those themes, but we go way deeper. Because we have an hour, we're not limited by the show format. And so we really, really delve into, when there is something deep and dark. You want to go for it?
I wanted to expand on what you were saying.
Yeah.
With each of our characters, I feel like we just dig into their journals and see what they're really about and what they're really going through.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Olly, I have a question for you. So as the show starts, the biggest difference is that Will is kind of forced to move to Bel-Air rather than it being a choice. And the one that's affected, it seems like the most, is Carlton. Can you talk to me about Carlton's relationship with Will in this version, and also how Carlton kind of views his parents since Will is being accepted into the household?
I mean, I'd say Will coming into Bel-Air is definitely a challenge to Carlton's Blackness as well as his masculinity.
Right.
In his mind, because I also think that Carlton experiences a very fragile sense of Blackness because he doesn't feel like he belongs to his people. Throughout his whole life, he's been told that he acts white or he talks too white or yada, yada, yada. And as a result, he's had to assimilate to his Bel-Air cohort. And so sort of Will showing up and exceeding at fitting in, doing the very thing that Carlton has never really been able to identify with, like that, that touches this deeply insecure part of him. And, it leads to, I think, a really heartbreaking journey. But, as the season goes on, they learn to find their differences.
Absolutely. Look, Coco, these characters feel so genuine, Hillary being one of them. Can you talk to me about the difference, the different opinion Hillary has of her father and her mother and the different relationship they have and displayed throughout the show?
I think Hillary, first of all, her relationship with her father, I will say she definitely gives princess vibes. She's kind of the rebel in a way because she's dropped out of college. She's doing her own thing. She's this CEO, influencer, chef, boss, this content creator. And her mother doesn't really get that. And her dad, she kind of figures out a way to finesse into letting her just do her thing. Her relationship with Cass, who plays Aunt Viv, it's definitely a push and pull type of relationship, where I feel like a lot of mom and daughters will relate to not really understanding, but having that love, but also just feeling like they know what's best for their daughter. But Hillary is very much headstrong. And so they get into some interesting situations as their dynamic grows.
Akira, you steal a lot of the scenes and you bring your biting wit with you as it comes out of nowhere as you roast your siblings. Where does your influence for the roasting game come from for your character?
Yeah, I would definitely say the influence of roasting my siblings probably comes from Coco. I feel like Hillary, I feel like Ashley really looks up to her sister. And she kind of wants to be just like her in a way. I don't know. She really just watches everything that she does. So yeah, the roasting will probably come from Hillary.
Nice. Now, Olly, your version of Carlton was arguably a lot cooler than the Fresh Prince version. Who are you channeling with your swag?
Yo, that's interesting. I have never been asked that before. And the answer, Kanye West. Kanye was definitely a lot of times when I'm building my characters, I very much go music first, and Hold My Liquor by Kanye West is sort of my, grounding Carlton song. And so Kanye's idea of swag is sort of where I'm coming from.
It's amazing. Coco, how much of the cooking do you do? And out of all the dishes that you've tried, which one is your favorite?
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like Hillary in Bel-Air, she's pretty much always in the kitchen. I'm like, man, can I just sit down and be served? Am I always giving waitress? But no, it's her passion. So, I mean, I couldn't even pick a recipe that I think would be my favorite. I probably would love like her Southern dishes because I'm from the South. So anything fried, I'm like, you get me, girl.
And Coco for real be cooking because she has this cooking show that Akira and I are trying to get on.
We were really trying to get on it.
Yeah,
so
like one day,
comment.
like real life, like she be whipping it up.
No,
Oh, you remember that one shrimp that I ate?
Yeah, you did eat that shrimp.
It was fried shrimp, but it was really good.
She shouldn't have ate it though. It'd have been out all day.
Oh, no.
I would have eaten it too, though. I would have eaten it too.
I know it was sitting there looking good, so I ate it.
It sure
No,
did. It had makeup on.
You guys have such an amazing director with Morgan. He's fantastic, and he really knows exactly what he's doing in terms of the writing and the directorial process. What does his style add to Bel-Air, Akira?
Ooh, I mean,
I love Screen Rant.
Thank you.
Y'all be giving great questions.
can you
Yeah. I mean, Morgan, he's a filmmaker himself. He started off doing music videos. He very much grew up so he's very well experienced in that like guerrilla filmmaking world in that, he's a director, DP, sound editor, you know what I mean? And so I think understanding all of that, he's so actor friendly because he's so willing to go there with you. Right. I remember in the pilot, that scene where the scene where Will and Lisa are doing whatever in the back and Carlton's like having his moment. I remember he comes up to me and just, the way he's just here with you, it adds this beauty. And also he loves Basquiat, and Basquiat is just all over the aesthetics of the show.
I'm screaming. I just want to slightly add that he's so motivating just by his passion. Like the way that this has all come about really off of an idea that he just believed in and supported and funded himself. Like he is walking passion. He's the heartbeat of the show. And even when we've done several takes, he just comes in and he motivates us in a way that like recharges.
He always surf the scene.
Yes. Surf the scene, bottle it up.
Yeah, but like
quote him throughout the whole season.
Because like during those huge breakfast scenes, they take a long time to shoot. You have to get everyone's coverage.
And he's just so patient with us.
He's patient.
He's really patient with us.
And he'll just come in and be like, yo, like we're not listening. Let's listen. Surf the scene. And in a way, you're like, yeah, I haven't been. Yeah, I wasn't listening. Yeah, like
look,
let me like
be a great
do my
player,
job.
but you ain't got that coach.
Yeah.
He's the coach.
Well, look, you guys did a phenomenal job on this show. And let me just say, too, the music in this show is the best music I've heard in a series in a long time.
Morgan Cooper.
Yeah,
Yes.
Morgan Cooper.
So fantastic. But the show's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I honestly appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Love
Thank
Screen
you.
Rant. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.